Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. I know I said at the end of Resident Evil 3 I was going to do Code Veronica next, but I decided to go ahead and do this game because I think it will fit in better with what I'm going to be starting to do with my videos. I'm not going to be doing the same format anymore, unless I end up not liking this new format with the sets and the parts and all that stuff. I'm going to try doing what I'm probably going to end up calling episodes, because it doesn't really it doesn't make sense to, let's go ahead and get onto the file select screen, because it's going to go into scenes and shit. I don't really like, what was I saying now? Hold on, I threw my train of thought off. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to, stick to, like, limiting myself to 10 or 15 minute long videos when I don't need to anymore, because they took away time restrictions for videos. I'm sure there's still a restriction somewhere, you know. I probably couldn't record all of, like, Final Fantasy VII and then upload, like, a 30-hour long video and be like, fuck you. Or maybe it does, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm probably gonna start doing, they're gonna be, like, episodes, instead of having, like, a just set cutoff point where you know, I could be right in the middle of something. Usually I try not to cut myself off in, like, the middle of a word or something, but, you know, it's kind of just random wherever it stops at, like, 10 or 15 minutes, but this will let me get to, like, a more, like, finite, you know, stopping point at the end of the episode, and it'll be a continuous video up to that point. I'll try not to make them too long, though, because I know a lot of people don't like having to watch, like, 30-minute long videos, but they'll probably typically be around 20-30 minutes. Some will be less, depending on what my goal is for where I am in the game or something. Some will be longer, some might be up to an hour. The only ones that'll probably be very long, at least in terms of, like, Zelda, would be, like, I'll probably try to do dungeons in one video, like, one video equals this dungeon. But yeah, sorry if you end up not liking the videos this way. I get the suspicion that I will probably like doing videos this way more, just because I think it'll be more concise, and I'll be able to, like, one thing that I'll be able to do is I'll like having more relevant video descriptions, because it always bugged me, because, like, how I've been doing video descriptions is, like, for the first part of the set, I'll, like, outline the set, but then after that it's like, this is set 2 part 6 that I've already mentioned in the title, but I'm putting in the video description because I honestly don't remember what specifically happened in part 6, because I don't really watch back all of the parts. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's enough to say about that. Unless, like, absolutely nobody likes the videos in this format, I'm probably going to stick with it, unless I just don't like doing them this way. But yeah, I'll just, wait a minute, how do you, I'll just erase, this was just a test recording. I think I just went through, like, the opening cutscene, and, like, I ran around the first little area for a bit. Name, we'll just call him Link, why not? We'll stick with the canon, or whatever. Yeah. I guess I'll talk a little bit about the game, too, before I get started. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for saying this, but I do think this game is a little bit overrated. It's definitely an amazing game. Actually, it might be more accurate if I say that other games in the series are underrated when compared to this one. Like, there's actually a poll on GameFAQs right now asking which Zelda is your favorite, and Ocarina of Time is by far and away the winner, with A Link to the Past coming in second, and the third is actually people who said they haven't played a Zelda game, which I find weird. But games like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are, like, below that, and I'm like, what? Because Wind Waker, personally, I don't really have a favorite in the series. I like all the games, but if somebody, like, tied me down and pulled a gun to my head and said pick a favorite, I'd probably pick Wind Waker. I like Wind Waker a lot, even though I only played it through, like, once, and I don't remember if I actually owned it. I may have bought it at some point, but I think originally I just rented it. But yeah, and I played Twilight Princess, and I liked that game a lot too. That was one of the games where I could best describe playing it as like when you're reading a really good book and you get through the chapter and you go, and you put it down. And then you go maybe get a drink or something and you come back and then you're like, you look at the book and then you just pick it up again and keep reading because you can't put it down. That's how I was with Twilight Princess. I would get done with a dungeon or something and I'd be like, oh, that was awesome. And then I'd go get like a soda and then I would look back over at my TV and then I would just run back over and pick up the controller and keep playing because it was just so freaking awesome. I don't know, it does kind of irritate me that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess aren't seen as good as these games. I don't know, it's probably just a nostalgia thing, but I don't know, that's just my opinion. I think those games are definitely underrated when compared to Ocarina of Time. Anyway, enough of my rambling, let's go ahead and get started. In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. Probably doesn't sound anything like that. I'm gonna keep talking like that anyway, just because it's fun. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri is her own guardian fairy. I sound kind of like Joe Swanson from Family Guy. With that voice, kind of, I don't know. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Kind of like a movie trailer announcer combined with Joe Swanson. I don't know. Get a blanket, Link. Quit shivering. Silly monkey. Demon pony. It's like, why did that guy wave at me? And again, it's just like, hey little boy, you want to get on my horse? I got some Jolly Ranchers. Because kids love Jolly Ranchers. Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Oh Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of... I think my voice is changing now, it's not being consistent. The source of life has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey by getting a fairy. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now, find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time. God, this guy's long-winded. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the forest, nay, the world depends upon thee. It's actually a bit funner when you do it with like a monotonous tone, like, yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter, the world's gonna end, but hey, at least I've got my something. Hello. And that guy likes that rock a little too much, don't you think? It makes him hard. Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry. Alright, then. She doesn't even knock. How rude. Hello, Link, wake up! The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Link, get up, get the fuck out! Pork chop sandwiches. Hey, come on! Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? And if that's a skirt Link is wearing, that's not the most appropriate way to sit. It's not a skirt, it's a kilt. You finally woke up. I'm Navi the Fairy. The Great Deku Tree has asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. Now I sound like a high-pitched version of Jiminy Cricket. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Okay, I'll stop doing that. speak with a fairy. Would that technically count as a four-way? Yahoo! Hi, Link! Yahoo! Okay, enough of advertising for Yahoo. Wow, a fairy! Finally, a fairy came to you, Link. Wow, that's great news! I can't do female voices. Now you're a true Kokiri, Link, or at least not without making the sound all the same. I'll just read it. Okay. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. Alright? I know. Thank you. My controls are kind of weird, too. Like, I'm using a Logitech Rumble Pad 2, which is basically modeled after, like, a PlayStation controller. So it's gonna take some getting used to. I got like A and B is not weird. Oh god. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please, I know I'm explaining my controls to the audience. You stupid fairy. And I think it's actually modeled closer to like Wind Waker's controls with like a GameCube controller. I've got like triangle is like C left and circle is C right, and I think R2 is C down, and I've actually got C up as select just because I think the only thing that's used for in this game is like Navi talking to you in like first person, which it's kind of weird having first person be select, but whatever. I'll get used to it. Who's this douchebag? Mido? Hey you, Mr. No Fairy, what's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Well, he kind of summoned me because I'm kind of a big deal. I don't know about you. Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. Since when do fairies make real mans? I'm a real... You don't see Hulk Hogan going around with like, I'm a real man, I got me a fairy. Actually, with how much steroids he takes, I don't know if he's a real man anymore anyway. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? I probably shouldn't have said that. Not that Hulk Hogan probably watches my videos, but if he did and he saw that, he'd probably find where I lived and kick my ass. What? Why would he summon you and not the Great Mido? This isn't funny. I'm gonna tap my foot in anger. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. What? I've got a fairy. That means I'm a real man now. How do you think you're going to help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? Oh, so now real men also require sword and shield. I guess that makes more sense. What? You're right. I don't have my equipment ready, but I'm the Great Mido, so I don't need it. If you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and a shield. Sheesh. And we also have the greatest goalie ever conceived ever. This guy should play like hockey or soccer or something, because seriously, I can't get through that shit. If you want to pass through here, you should at least... Yes, I know you already said that. I didn't even talk to you. If I remember, we get the shield with the rupees, and we get to go over here to get... I guess I'll get the sword first, because that's semi-less annoying. Actually, that'll make getting the rupees easier, because I can cut down all these bushes and stuff. I forget how many rupees you need, actually. I think it's like 25-ish, or maybe it's 40. Those are the only numbers that are really standing out in my mind. Yeah, I know how to use my sword. Do you know how to use your sword? Those who don't use it, lose it. Blue rupee? I like that. Now it's time for Indiana... What's over here? Oh, it's just a sign. Indiana Jones. In the Temple of the Rotating Perpetually Motion Boulder. You got the Kokiri sword on the equipment screen. Select it in the cursor. With the cursor. And equip it with A. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but it was easy to find. But you can borrow it for a while. Borrow it like I'm gonna return it. This is mine now, bitch. Let's see. There. I won't. What's that sword? It's more like a dagger than a sword, but I guess for a little kid, that's... Yeah. Follow the boulder. It's definitely kind of annoying that there's no, like, real camera control aside from hitting L every so often, or... Well, actually, it's the Z trigger on the original controller, but I've got a button to L1. Yeah. Pick up the rock. Pick up... Do I have to target it? Now you can pick up these rocks. Maybe you can break them. Target. Maybe if I move far. No, let go of the. There we go. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Fuck you, sign. Haha, vandalism is my middle name. What's in here? I think it's just like a tutorial, or... Oh, there's pots. If you want to learn... What? Oh, I skipped all that shit. Okay. Pick up the pot. Oh, yeah, it'd probably be easier to just break the pots with my sword. That's some weird depth perception right there. Oh well, whatever. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, this isn't going to be a 100% run or anything, so it's just going to be a normal run. And now I can pick up the rocks. Alright. Because I don't remember how to get... I don't think I've actually ever gotten 100% in this game, but I definitely don't remember much of it. Well, I remember pretty well, I just don't remember, like, the specifics. The hidden stuff, if you will, eludes me. Give it up, dude. You're not gonna achieve what you want by humping rocks all day. I would know. Not really. Ooh, that might have 3 in it? Cool. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's 40 because I got 20 pretty easily. Huh, there's one. Get the ruby! Oh, is that a blue one up there? I won't sit. I won't sit, my precious. I saw the trailer for the new Thor movie yesterday. It looks pretty sweet. Of course, they're pretty much doing what everyone does nowadays, and showing off all the fancy, what do you want to call it, the special effects, but that's pretty cool. I'm actually not that familiar with Thor as a hero. Actually, the only Marvel heroes I'm really familiar with are like Spider-Man and X-Men. That's pretty much it. I mean, I know like, whoa, don't fall is off, Link. Obviously, I know like Iron Man and Captain America. Actually, I'm not that familiar with Captain America. Like, I know he exists, but that's about it. I know like he's a part of the Avengers, but yeah, I don't know. Why am I talking about? Oh yeah, so I randomly mentioned the Thor trailer. Hi, Link. Look this way. Look over here with this. I don't have a Z button, but okay. Yes, that's how you use a fairy. Fairies, allowing you to shout great distances. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. When a fairy flies near a person or thing, press Z to look in that direction. If you use Z targeting, you can talk to people from a distance, like we're doing now. When you have nothing that you can target, you can press Z just to look forward. Try it. I already did, because I already know all that shit. Alright, let's see how much this shield is. Yeah, 40. Oh, 40, cool, I got just enough. Da-da-da. You got a Deku shield, switch to, you just like the sword, yeah, I know. Press R to crouch and defend. If you press R while Z targeting, you can move while defending. Okay. No, I don't want anything else because I am broke. But I might come back and buy another one because most likely this thing's gonna get burned the fuck off. So yeah, just defend. Haha, I am invincible. Not really though. Okay, I got my sword and the shield, now move! If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least... I got it, dude. Look at my back. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that the Kurugi sword? Good grief, Charlie Brown. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree, huh? Whoa! I thought there were things around here. Oh, a stationary enemy hath harmed me. Because I is horrible. Set it to C and swing it with C. I think I prefer my sword with stick, thanks. Carry up to 10 sticks, but don't waste them. He's like, nom 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 nom, I like it here. Yeah. Oh. Something of that, I guess. I'm here! Great Deku Tree, I'm back. From outer space. I just walked out here and found the bell, but I don't know the lyrics. Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku... Wow, he's really self-absorbed, isn't he? I, the Great Deku Tree, I must acknowledge my existence in every sentence. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless under the power of the Great Deku Tree. As the servants of the Great Deku Tree and evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land that is home to the Great Deku Tree and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it, unlike the Great Deku Tree. Verily, thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed, the Great Deku Tree. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task to save the Great Deku Tree? Then enter the Great Deku Tree, okay. Navi the Fairy, thou must aid Link, and Link, when Navi speaks, use C up to listen well to her words of annoyance. Because that's what they are. Yay, let's go inside his mouth. Nom 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 nom, we just got eaten by a tree. Inside the Deku Tree. Yeah. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for this first episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. The next episode, we'll be doing the Deku Tree dungeon, so join me for that.